morning, good morning. What's going on, people? What's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Welcome to another show. Saturday morning. Wait for some people to log on, guys. Wait for some people to log on this morning so we could get into the show, guys. So what's going on? See what it is, guys. We see what it is this morning, guys. See what it is. Light and darkness, guys. Light and darkness. Light and darkness. How is my sound, guys? How is my sound? How's my sound? Am I getting any feedback? Let me just double check. Good morning, guys. Listen, guys. I thank everyone for subscribing to the channel and watching it. And we are halfway there, guys. We are halfway there to accomplish to reach our 1,000 subscribers for the year, guys. We are almost there. Thank everyone for joining me this morning, guys. And we are live. We are live. We are live this morning, guys. We are live. And sound check is good, guys. Sound is good. Sound check is good this morning, guys. So how's everyone doing? We're going to get into a show this morning, guys. And we're going to be here for a little bit, probably like for an hour or so, and just catching the morning vibes. Saturday morning vibes, guys. We are 1 minute and 30 seconds in. Thank you for the like. Thank you for who joining the live this morning, guys. I appreciate it. And we are here this morning, guys. We are here. We are here. Welcome to the chat this morning, guys. Welcome to the chat. Your chat is live this morning, and we're going to speak about light and darkness, guys. And we're going to have a discussion. We're going to have a discussion this morning, light and darkness, guys. You know, one have to be in charge. They both cannot be on at the same time. And in life, we have to choose if we want to walk in the light and walk in darkness. You know what I mean? So this morning, that's a discussion, guys. So wait for some people come in. We have one person's in the chat already. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. I appreciate it. Good morning. So we're just gonna have discussion this morning, guys. Wait for some people to log in. And before we get into our show, guys, I appreciate everyone that's subscribing to the channel. Guys, we are almost there, guys. We are almost there. We are at 954 subscribers, and our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers before the year 2025. The year 2025, guys. Wow. A lot of people say it's a year of reckoning. I call it a year of acknowledgement. The truth. A lot of people for the past for the last 3 years, or during the pandemic, a lot of people make some decisions. Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, Gaming Life. Good morning, guys. Appreciate you coming and press the like button. And thank you this morning, guys. And we're going to speak about light and darkness, where a lot of people have to make a stand. You make a stand according to the decision and how you live your life, because your life is speak more than words. Actions speak. I'm good this morning. How are you, Gaming Life? How are you, man? How are you this morning? Tiffany, good morning. Hi, good morning. Thank you for coming in this morning, guys. I appreciate everyone coming this morning on the live chat. On the live chat Saturday morning, guys. It's cold in New York, man. It is cold in New York, guys. I'm assuming it's gotta be like in the 20s or 30s. It's cold, guys. It's cold. It's cold. It was cold last night. I know when I came in last night, man, it was 37 degrees, and I know it dropped over the night. So it have to be at least in the 20s, 29, 30 degrees. It's cold in New York, but guess what? We are in the land of the living this morning. The Most High got us up this morning. A lot of people didn't get up this morning, guys. That's why we have to be grateful. Good morning, Robin. Welcome to the chat. It's up to 75 today. Where you from? Coming from 75 degrees. You in that good weather? Bring some of that weather in New York, man. Bring some of that weather in New York. Let us get some of that nice. Where you calling from? Coming in from Atlanta, Florida, some of those nice sunny states. But guys, listen, thank everyone, man. I appreciate everyone's support in the platform. Like I said, we are close to our goal, 1,000 subscribers, and we're still working on our watch time. So we're gonna get into the show this morning. Texas, everything in Texas is big, man. Texas, Houston, Texas. Also, listen, we have some issue in Texas. You know what I mean? And let's be real, we have some issue in Texas because we know the situation, especially Atlanta and Texas. A lot of people leaving, on going to Texas for vacation. And according to the information that I'm reading, guys, Texas and Atlanta is in a very bad stage when it comes down to 5 hours from Houston. Yes, stay out of Houston, man. Over there, the HIVs is on the rise. Chlamydia, all type of STD, baby being born with STDs, all type of women giving birth to babies. Some of these, it seems like some of these women don't even go to the doctor to get checkup, and when they go to the hospital to give birth, the doctor have to deal with, don't know the history, don't know a lot of stuff. And when the doctor is doing blood tests and coming back, a lot of babies, guys, it's a mess over there. It's a mess. People over there practicing unsafe sex, who's sleeping with who's having all type of freak off, as they say. And these people are doing all type of freak off, and guess what? They're paying for it now because some of them have HIV, you don't even know, and walking around, people, it's bad. So let's get into the show, guys. That's what I have to say about Houston, Texas. But it's a good what is my name? Wesley, brother. My name is Wesley. It's your first time coming here. It's your first time gaming live coming on this platform. You know what I mean? I think your name look familiar because I always look at people who come in the chat and return. Thank you, man. Give the video a like. Thank you. Appreciate that you're coming in, stopping by this morning. So, guys, listen. Let's get into the show. Let's get into the show this morning, guys, because you guys seen the thumbnail, you've seen the topic, and today it's a live discussion on light and darkness. And okay, during the pandemic, for 2 years ago, three, whatever, during the pandemic, a lot of people make decisions how they want to live their life. You have people in Hollywood make decision, and just normal people like me and you make decision how they're gonna live their life, and make some decision, and some of those decisions come with consequences. But before we get into the show this morning, let's speak about. I'm going to give you guys some reading, some definitions. We're going to build like a foundation this morning so people could see where I'm going with this, right? I know we're going in the year 2025, and a lot of people is talking about the year of Jubilee 25, which is what I mean. We go back to the book of Leviticus if you a Bible person, or you believe in God or whatever. This is not to convince no one. This is just to bring truth. If you accept it, that's up to you. And that is where I'm coming from this morning. It's either you in light or you in darkness, because the light represents truth, and where acknowledgement coming for the year 25, a lot of people will hear the truth for the first time. Acknowledgement. They're going to acknowledge it. They're going to hear the truth. I'm not talking about people who've been, and that is where the world is into, especially when it comes down to the ministers. They dip and dabbing in both worlds. And to my knowledge, no one could dip and dab in both worlds for so long, because you cannot serve two masters. You're gonna love one. In other words, you're gonna give your attention to one more than the other, and the other will get type of envy and jealous. Then the problem will start. What is your religion? I don't have a religion. I don't have a religion. I don't have a religion, because religion is to what the word religion, and and I read the Bible, I read the Quran, I read the Torah. According to the Bible, in the book of James, the word religion is to take care of the widows and offering, the offering, the widow. So there is that religion is to be a good person, do religious things. That's all it means. Religious person, just to do religious good things to others. But The problem what I have with that, people could pretend to be a light. And the thing about it, a light cannot pretend to be nothing else. Because wherever the light go, it shine, which is the truth. So when you're serving both light and darkness, you're gonna have some type of complication and struggle with both we call it rules and policy, what to follow. When we go back to acknowledgement, this is what the word acknowledgement means. And acknowledgement have a different, not a different meaning, but different example of that word, what it means. Acknowledgement. Okay. According to Google and the dictionary and all that, the act of recognizing or accepting the existing truth or the authority of something. For example, and he gave you example. He said, like, if she gave her resignation was acknowledged. So when you acknowledge something, that means you recognize it for what it is, and either you accept it or you don't accept it. And the problem now in the church, a lot of people are playing in light and darkness. They portray something else and they talk something else. Double talk. They action like Kirk Franklin. I'm going to drop his name, Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin is on stage twerking and doing all type of dancing. All Kirk Franklin is in a stage of beguile, where he believed in his own lies. He had a choice to make, and he decided to want to be so-called slick and giving off an error and a vibe to people like, yeah, you could dip and dab, but be careful. There's certain line you could draw certain lines. And it come in with compromise. And we did a show on Thursday with Tasha about the word beguile, and I gave her and I told her that compromise is a thing that chip at you. It chip. It come to you. It chip. Then eventually one day you bow down to that action, and you have to go and live with the consequences now. So the problem that I have with the church, they are not representing darkness or light. It's a confusion where people don't know what entity these people are in. Either they're in light and darkness. And those are the people that are very dangerous, because guess what? They have knowledge of light, and also they have knowledge of darkness. And we all have both, people. But you have to have you cannot fight this darkness by yourself, because light is what it represents. Light don't need nothing for it to light. It's just a light. Darkness, you have to come up with a lot of different things, because guess what? Darkness, you have to seal. You have to seal everything. And it's like a seal. You got to tell another lie to come up with that another lie. Because darkness, once it hit light, it's not there no more. So that's the problem with darkness, because some people could operate in darkness and think it's light, because this is how it is. In certain places you go, it's not fully dark, but it's dark. So that means they're in between, and they're giving a sense of delusional to the people who that they want to affect, because they're giving you an image of light, but it's not a light. Their light is not a shining light. And that is what darkness could imitate light. And that is what people like, not say drawn to. It's the curiosity. It's what the darkness represent. It's giving you a false hope of light. So in that darkness of or semi-light, what it does, it give you all type of false hope because it's not light. And I hope that didn't go over people's head. Semi-dark light is not light. It's a false sense of light, because when the real light come, when truth come, truth do not bend, truth do not go to a different direction, because it's the truth. But like I said the other day, the only time you could beguile people is when you give them the half truth. So when people have hard truth, they're not operating in a full function of light, because they don't have the full capability of knowledge and the full light, because they're not given the full light. They're given a temporary camouflage, or what you call it, a chameleon of light. So what darkness does, darkness could imitate light, because, okay, my living room is over there. I'm in the dining room. My living room is over there. The light is off. The light is in the dining room, right? It's also projecting over there. But is it the real light over there? No, because the light is here. So this is the problem that I see in church with the Kirk Franklin, with the we have so many pastors, Lamore Whitehead, and also, guys, we have a pastor recently been arrested in New York. This pastor from Jamaica, and he was some type of what do you call it, young people counseling and giving them, godly counseling, all that, make them better, positive role model in life to be someone, someone in society. So this pastor molesting or sexual assault in boys. From Jamaica. And see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. It's come to the point where you do not want to leave your kids alone in church to no one, not even go to Sunday school. Because the wickedness is in the church. And I'm here today to expose the wickedness in the church. All right now. And I'm going to do it with scriptural and biblical, what people saying that, and okay. And listen, people, I know what's in the Bible. I'm not frequently with all. And those are the people you got to watch. Watch me too. I'm not exempt, because we all have darkness in us, guys. We all have darkness in us, but it's what we decide to do with the choice that is given to you. If you decide to choose darkness, and darkness is not a good thing to be, because we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that, guys. So bear with me this morning. Bear with me this morning, guys. So the year 2025, according to Queen Africa, she said the year of reckoning. I don't go by the trend of people who, I don't follow people. I study the word for myself, and whatever the Spirit of the Most High put in me, whatever the Most High said, listen, that's what it is. That's what it is. It might be that to her, but when I look at the overall stage of the world, what's going on in the church, what's going on in Hollywood, what's going on in the music industry, what's going on in politics, and what's going on, especially in Israel, in the Middle East, because the Most High said you have to keep your eye on the Middle East, because that is where you get your information. That is keeping you in the time and season. Because there is a time and season now where darkness know his reign is limited and his time is short. So what he's doing now, he's running rampant, because hear this now, guys. So for all these people, Christian people, also religious, still building up church and making the church beautiful and this and that, doing the same ritual over the year and year, praying to God to bring people in the church and this and that, and they're not doing nothing to obtain that, what the Lord said them to do. Okay. And I'm not beating up a church. I'm telling the truth, guys. For what I experienced over the year, it's a bunch of propaganda in church, because the church now is becoming a family entertainment business. Where YARDCHAT is going with this? Okay. Like I said, I'm not familiarized with the chapter. I know I read it. I read it in the Bible, or I know, like, I think it's in 2 Thessalonians, and it said that this entity will go in the church and present himself that he is a true and living God. And that is what's going on now. No one cannot deny that. Let's read, let's get into light. And this started in, this is where this came into play. And the creator said, let there be light. Light is very important to have. Light is a source of illumination, whether a natural one like the sun or artificial one like a lamp. And I'm glad it say that. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm not making up these things, and I'm glad it say or artificial one like a lamp. So according to your guys' Bible, whoever's in the chat who's a believer, and I'm not beating up against believer. I don't have religion. People don't come to me with religion. Oh, where you're Christian, where you're Catholic, where you're Muslim, where you're this, all hogwash. But religion is one of the biggest scams to divide and separate people. And who strategy is that? Divide and conquer. That's one of the oldest war strategy in the world, to divide and conquer. And religion is to divide people. And when you divide people, they don't know the truth, because everyone over there think that the light that they see is the truth. Where YARDCHAT going this now? Follow me, people. Light is a source of illumination, whether natural one like the sun or artificial one like a lamp. Like yourself, like light itself, the word can take a lot of different form. But what it's saying, the natural light, like the sun, natural light. But you have an entity that transform himself like your lamp, which is not an original source of light. It's an artificial source of light. A natural organic light is when you go outside right now in the sun and you see the sun shining. That is a natural light. The light in your house is not a real light. It's an artificial light. It's real, but it's artificial. It's man-made. So this is where a lot of people in the churches do not understand that this entity put himself and make himself, like Thessalonians said, and put himself in a synagogue, and a lot of people are going to believe that he is God, because this entity is given an artificial light like the lamp. I hope people follow me this morning. So this is where the church is at right now, because what the church is giving up, they're saying what Kirk Franklin is doing, they're okay with it. There was a lady that came on one of this, I think she had a YouTube channel, and this lady was very hurt. When I said hurt, she was hurt spiritually. It's better to hurt physically than spiritually, guys. And she was speaking on the situation with TD Jake. And I said this before, I'm going to say it again. And what's up, brothers? Good morning, good morning, good morning. And she said that over the years, she's seen TDJ change from a strong man to a wimp, to a sassy man. She said TDJ lost something. And she said that these people, they are not taking accountability for their action. And she said the most important thing that let her down with TDJ is the way he handled it. She said someone told her years ago, this was an older woman, and she said someone told her years ago, and she said, it's not what people say about you, it's the way your reaction to it. And she said the reaction, what TD Jake went up on the pulpit that Sunday in that bright red suit, stand for something, which is power. Which power are you in? You believe in? Which entity are you serving? And when I heard TD Jake spoke and speak, guys, it shocked me. I said, oh my God, this man is being beguiled. He's not in the light no more. The light that he's shining is not the light of the true God, is an imitation light. It's an imposter. It's a chameleon, because this entity could change himself in an imitation light like a lamp, which is not real. It's an artificial light. It's not real. So she said the way TG handled it and answered, she said something is wrong. And she said she was crying. She was a big TD Jake fan. You hear what she's saying? She was a big TD Jake fan. She didn't say she's a big God fan. She said she's a big TD Jake fan. Let me tell you something, people. It's sad thing about Christian people. It's the younger people and the older people that will beguile and fool, because the older people think they've been in God for so long that they're grounded, sanctified, holy, endowed, this and that, speaking scripture from left to right, know the Bible, but they are being misled and beguiled. Because look what Lamar Whitehead did to in the Bronx. Took people 401k, checking account, saving account, stole everybody money to buy Louis Vuitton, the diamond ring, the Bentleys, the life. He's spending 9 years in jail. I'm going to make a bold statement this morning. I don't believe no pastors in the church today. I believe that is where I'm going to stand. That is where I'm going to stand, guys. These pastors, they are motivation speakers. They playing on people emotion, because themselves is not serving any true and living God. Let me tell you something, guys. You see them on TV, the money gluttoning, or talk, oh my God, guys. A lady, they call her, she's a money beguiling lady, and I forgot her name. They're talking on this lady. Let me tell you how good her talking is. She's the type of person that would talk you out of, no, let me rephrase that. In a saying in Jamaica, they say, it's a saying, they say, this person is so thief that they could thief the milk out the coffee. That's a saying in Jamaica. And for someone to steal, to thief, as I say, to steal the milk or the coffee, people, that means that person is good liar, because there is no way you can, because both coffee and milk is together, and you're going to steal the milk out of the coffee. That means you are a liar. That means you are a terrible person. Let me tell you something. When I look at the church situation now, even in these so-called McDonald Gospel Fest, the BET Gospel Fest, or whatever, what I see is so-called Christian people, because they don't want to put themselves out there and say they are leaders of the Christian community. They are leaders. They put them. They give themselves that what you call it, that title. TDJ came out of the hospital the other day. I don't trust none of these people. None of these people. I don't trust them. None. I don't trust these people. What they're saying, guys. Do not trust these people. Okay, now let's get into darkness. We're still on light, but darkness. What is the literal meaning of darkness? Hear this now. The total or near total absence of light. That's darkness. But that is a you know what I mean? People, they have so many definition of light and darkness. We could get into it, and acknowledgement. Hear this now. This is what light represent. Light represent good. Light represent good and evil. Evil light and light. No, darkness evil and light is truth, purity, and righteousness. That is light. While darkness represent lies, evil, because what it is, guys, when you're in darkness, you cannot see. When you're in darkness, you cannot see what is really there. When darkness represent dark, no light is there. But this is what you have to understand. Darkness also can exist when there is light and is present. Darkness cannot totally exist in light because light is too strong and powerful. But it could coexist if it's not getting direct light, because it's just like I gave you example. My living room is over there and I'm in the dining room over here. Over there is darker, but there's light here. The light still affects the darkness, but the darkness is not a fully light. So it's given a deception that it's light. But when you turn this light over here, over there is in darkness. Darkness cannot exist in immediate light, but it can exist in a far distance and misrepresent itself and give this vibe off like if it's light. And that is what these people in the church today, in the year 2024, they're giving this sense us for light, where people will draw into that light and think it's a real light. And when they get sucked in now, when they get sucked into the darkness, then they see the darkness reveal because the light is not there no more. See, okay. The light is truth. And that is why I said the year 2025 is acknowledgement. You see, the problem is a lot of people do not know the truth because they're giving this sense of false light, the imitation light. So I gave you guys, the definition of light, and it said a natural substance like the sun is a natural organic light. Then it also gave you a meaning that a lamp A lamp considered not a real light. It's a representation of that light. But is it the real light? No. Is it? So this is what's going on in the church today. People are giving you a reputation of the light, but it's not the real light. It's a false light where these people are pretending to be the light, but deep down, people, the agenda for you is to beguile you and lead you astray into a place that you will never recover from. That is what this entity want to do to people, and it's using the people, God's people, of course, because these people, so-called, put themselves on a pedestal, and how these people got to put themselves on this pedestal is through money. Money, people. There is nothing else that these people are doing it for. They're doing it for money. And when I say money, money come with the fame. The fame come with the money. Or the money come with the fame, or the fame come with the money. However you want to put it. They are in cahoots. When you look at what's going on in the church today, it could be a mega church, the smallest church on the spectrum. They're all doing the same propaganda, misrepresent the truth, and bend it to fit their lifestyle, what they want to do. And therefore, these people are lying to themselves. And when they go on the pulpit, they're telling you a lie because they are not representing the true light. They are giving you an imitation of the light, which is a lamp, and it's not the original light, as I broke it down. So what the enemy does, what he do, and he doesn't do no new tricks. It's the same old trick, but what he's doing, he's approaching it from a different direction, but going to the same point. So what we have to do now, people, what I'm doing now, I'm calling out these pastors, I'm calling out these so-called storefront churches that not doing nothing for the community but robbing the people of their money, basically. Because when you go to these churches, guys, they do not fellowship with each other. You have 4 or 5 churches on the same block, and they don't know the pastor name. They don't fellowship with each other. What that's telling you? Are they serving the same God? They cannot be serving the same God. Because if you're serving the same God, the truth, you should never have a problem with fellowship with another person because they believe in the truth. But you have these people in these churches, mega churches, and they do not know the members. Impossible. The only time they know the members is when it is for offering and tithes. And I will speak about offering and tithe because that is one of the biggest misleading, money grabbing, and trickery that the church is telling to the people in the body of the church. God don't have nothing to do with money. Man does. God don't have nothing to do with money. If you study the lifestyle of Jesus, Jesus didn't have nothing to do with money. He had people in those positions to do the right thing. But what we are failing to understand, guys, that we as a people have to make a decision if we want to be in the light or be in the darkness. But the problem with the world today, we trying to play both ends. We want to be in, and we want to be in and out, in and out, in and out. So those people that you see that are pretending, they're giving off this false hope, false light, and people are attracted to that because people are desperate. Then they have the audacity to come around, oh, God gonna bless you today. Oh, I have a kerchief that I've been praying for. Oh, yes, thank you, God. Thank you. The lady said she need 21 people. And there is another pastor that love to use that number 21. And when you look in the Bible, the word, the number 21 is deliver. Is it? Let me double check. Okay, how I came to that, because Daniel had an issue with Nebuchadnezzar and what was going on in the providence at that time. The year 2025, it looked like, not to look like, to me, when I say the year acknowledgement, you have to acknowledge who are you serving. And that is where I'm coming to this morning. See, people, look what your church saying. When you look at the church today and you go and you look at the word of the Creator and see what they stand for, you even have some people, T.G. Jake said that people in the LGBT community got to find a church that suit them. A church that suit them. Okay, compromise already. Because there is no church that suit them, because the Most High said, we know what the Most High said, people, so stop the propaganda. And I have to be careful, to speak on these things, because you have to be respectable and show respect to each human being. It doesn't matter how they live, what they decide to do with their life. They're still a human being that God created. Some people are in the dark and looking for answers. But in the dark, this entity is pretending to give them answers, false hope. The problem that I have with these mega churches is this. The number one thing they like to do is to collect money. YARDCHAT, why is focused about money? Okay. Money is a subset for everyone to have in this world to have. You have to have money. Money pay your light bill, your gas bill, your rent, your mortgage, your car notes, your insurance, medical, your food, hanging out with your friends, buying dinner, buying lunch, whatever it is. Money is a basic. If you don't have money, you're going to have it rough in life. It's going to be rough. Because money is an entity. Because money could possess people. That's why the Creator is saying, listen, don't let this money overpower you, because if it overpower you, it's going to become your master, because you love it and you will do anything. Look what's going on in church now. I want to ask the people in the audience, and thank you for the likes, guys. T.D. Jake announced, was it last year or earlier in the year, that he have a deal with Wells Fargo Bank, $1 billion. So my question to T.D. Jake, and I read the proposal for the plan that they're going to do with he's going to do with Wells Fargo Bank. And I could see it where it's going. And I know I see a big, big red flag, because God is not in that. It's an investment plan for in the urban city. Housing. And all I'm seeing when I read the article, LLC, TG Jake Organization, CG Jake Foundation, blah, 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 blah. I don't know TG Jake. I know of him. I don't know his wife. I know of her as well. But when I see those couple together, something is off. Big time. TG Jake stepped down and resigned and gave his daughter couldn't give it to his son because his son belonged to that community. From what I'm hearing, all rumors, I don't know, from what I'm hearing, but they're strongly rumors. And to my knowledge, how in the world you as a man give a head to your daughter? And to my knowledge, a woman cannot be the head of the body. A woman cannot be the head. That's the reason why Kamala Harris was out of order. You cannot be the head of the table. If you're speaking on a biblical term, this have nothing to do what people say, oh, you have to show respect. This has nothing to do with the concept of the world. I'm going by the concept of the statute and the righteousness of the creator, how things are done. To me now, and I might get a lot of bad flack from this, and I do know women preachers. I don't believe a woman could be a preacher or a bishop because she's out of order. How are you going to be head over the man? And that is the problem in the churches today. And I'm going to say it again. We know there is a lack of men in the church. Yes, the reason why we know, I could get into that. The husband is not the head. I might be wrong, but to my knowledge, when T.G. Jake resigned or stepped down, his daughter became the head of Potter House, and the husband is there for support. So what does that tell you? It's a family business, guys. Family business. These people are not appointed people that God called and equipped. These people are fooling people with their education, with their business talking and suave and all this nonsense. And these people are giving off the deception light. It's a begun light that what these people are giving is not truth. Because these people do not operate in truth. They don't operate in truth. And I know, listen, the thing is with TG Jake, how you got to handle these people. You have to handle them with the word. You have to handle them with the word of the creator. You don't handle them with no legal talking. Because that is what the enemy wants to do. You confront these people with the word from the creator, like one gentleman did, embarrass Kirk Franklin on the street. Kirk Franklin had to walk with his tail between his legs like a wimp dog, licking his wound, because these people are far away from the light. The light that they're giving people, it's an imitation light. I gave you guys the example already. I'm in my dining room and the living room is over there and it's dark and the light is on over here. Darkness cannot operate in direct light. It will operate out of the outskirt because it's giving you a false hope that it is represent itself like the light, and it's not. So this is what these people are doing. There is no way in the world you're going to make a business deal with Wells Fargo for $1 billion. And all I'm seeing on there is a bunch of propaganda and a bunch of palms of scheme to rip the black people for money and pretend that you're giving these people some type of good help, shelter, and all this nonsense. It's a lie, guys. All these people are doing is to line to fatten their pocket, because I don't know how much money TD Jake is getting from this $1 billion deal from Wells Fargo. But let me tell you something, guys. I know if I sign a $1 billion deal with Wells Fargo Bank, I got to get my cut. No, these people at the point where they're coming out and swinging, now they want to pushing out paperwork to shut people up. Let me tell you something. And this is for all the people who on the platform that are believers and that are standing in the light. Let me tell you something. Do not back down for TG Jake. Do not back down. How you fight this person? You're fighting with the word of the Creator. You're fighting with the word. You fight him with the words, guys. Do not go back and forth with this person on legal terms. If he was at the P. Diddy party, listen, guys, let me tell you something. He didn't have no business being there. He didn't have no business of a police officer coming to his church, very sassy, twerking with TJ Jake, hand in his pocket, playing you know what, pocket pool or whatever. You speak fact. You don't go on national TV and speak out of disrespect towards this man or use bad words or trying to say this man is guilty of this. No, you speak of the oracle of the Creator. So people, let me tell you something. People don't understand how you do spiritual warfare. People think these people do spiritual warfare is to go on your social media platform and write a big statement and say you're innocent, you don't know what people are talking about, and this and that. Just because a young girl was 13 years old at the time, yes, I'm going there. Just because a young girl was 13 years at the time, and to what my knowledge, now she had a very mild case of autism. She said her story, and this is a lot of people going now making video, oh, she lied, this and that. No, she did not lie. She said her story inconsistent, people. This young girl is 13 years old. She's not denying it. She said she's made mistake, but we forgetting this girl have a touch of autism, where she's a fully functioned girl that could operate, live on her own, but she have a touch of autism, people. And she said she's not backing down, and she will tell her story. And I believe anybody in their right mind will not throw this or dismiss this case. They have to check out this case. So you could write all the file and proposal to the DA office to get this trial thrown out. They're not going to get it thrown out, because what? A minor girl said somebody touched her when she was 13 years old. So just because her story is not inconsistent, but it's consistent to what happened. She's 13 years old, guys. She have a touch of autism. So that's telling you she's not she's fully could function, because I work in that field, guys. I know what I'm talking about. She said she know what she did was wrong, all of that. Yeah, she want to go there, she want to see, yes. But no one is denying this girl wind up at someone's house. That is all I'm saying. She wind up someone's house, and she's saying that her story is not consistent. Now, all of these people running on their platform talking about she lied, this case should get thrown out. This case not going to get thrown out, guys, because we forgetting a 13-year-old girl claimed someone assaulted her, guys. And we as a nation looking at this point, because it's 24 years later, you're looking at because she's 30 years old now, she's a young woman. No. When this situation occurred, she was 13 years old. Now stories coming out. She have autism. People, let me tell you something. According to the Master's voice, she's saying will put to shame. People are doing, you have to go behind in the inner courts and see what these people excuse me, according to the master's voice. And what she's saying, she said it for years ago. See, this is it. See, this is the thing that when God is talking, nobody can say nothing because it's the truth. Don't you know when the truth is being revealed, nobody can say nothing? For months and months and months and months, no one is saying nothing about P. Diddy. Now you have Will Smith coming out. You have all of these famous people coming out now saying they don't have nothing to do with Diddy because guess what? They took care of the problem already. From what I'm hearing, a lot of people are spending big, I'm talking about millions and millions of dollars to. So what that's telling you? Light and darkness. What do light and dark have in common? Nothing. When you look at it, the first thing the Most High did, let there be light. No one that want to do the right thing in life can operate in darkness. Even the true and living God said he cannot operate in darkness. And darkness was there before light. Because the Most High said, let there be light. Light is acknowledgement. Truth. Acknowledgement accepted for what it is the truth. Because with light, light's supposed to enlighten you, give you knowledge and truth where you grow in grace, or as they say, to glory, because you want to grow, you want to elevate yourself in your spirit to God. You want to go up there. You don't want to stay at a certain level, guys. So what it is, these people realize that no. And where they getting this mindset thinking from the person that did it first. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys a story, which is a true story. You have a person that want to be the light. You had a person who want to be the light. He want to be the light so bad that he go around to people and say, form a coup, a rebellion, and say, I'm the light. You see what I be doing? I'm the light. You see what I've been doing? I'm the light. I'm the real light. That guy there, he's nobody. We need to get rid of him. We need to get rid of him because I'm the light. So this entity created himself. I'm going to refrain from that. So he created himself. Because the creator created him. There is a saying going like this that, which I'm debating about it. There is a thing going around that they are two brothers. And I've been debating for this for a couple of years because I could see it. Cain and Abel, two brothers. And earth is the footstep of heaven marching, because earth is a physical realm where things got to play out. Heaven, or the heavens, that is the spiritual foundation. Spirits. Okay? So when I'm going with this, so the story was going like this, saying that there are two brothers that was given jobs to do. Because when you break it down, Cain and Abel had jobs to do in the Garden of Eden. Who taking care of the field, who taking care of the flock, who's doing what. So what they're saying now is the same thing that happened, because according to in the book of Revelation and in the book of Isaiah, your Bible said that, your Jesus said that he saw, I think it's 61 or 62, so they saw Lucifer, that's his name, Lucifer, fell from the heavens like a lightning. So therefore, I'm going somewhere. So now they're saying that this is a story, guy. It's not, and don't take it literal for what it is. It might be true. It have some biblical points to it. Yes, they said there was two brothers. One is night and one is day. And I'm keep looking back. I'm saying, wait a minute. There is something special about, because brothers. Because when you look in the Bible, there's a lot of things. Jacob and Esau. Isaac and Ishmael, brothers. I'm going somewhere with this, guys. And so when you look at it, you say, wait a minute here. There is something taking place here. It seems like there is a pattern. So what I discovered, that the father went away and leave his two sons in charge. But hear this now. Cain and Abel had work to do. They was working in the fields. Then the father went away. The creator went away and leave his sons in charge. Because don't forget, God is the creator of all things, good or bad. He made everything is good, but whatever you do, but good could turn bad. And it did. So what happened now? The father went away and said, listen, man, everything is good. I'm going to rest. And according to some sources, it said this particular thing happened when the father went to go rest on the seventh day. You have the sun and the moon, one to rule over the day and one to rule over the night. And people, remember when I said in the word, they said there's two lights, the sun and the moon. But one light is greater than the other. Because if the sun reigns, there is no darkness. Let me say that again, because I don't want this to miss somebody. If the sun reigns, there is no darkness. Because hear this now. The moon is an imitation of the sun, and it's not a fully sun to give you light. His light doesn't shine as bright as the sun. When you go outside in the night and you see the moon, it's shining, but you need more light. You're not in the true light, because when you are in the true light, you see everything because it's there. So what it is now, as people said that the Father went away, leave the sun and the moon in charge, the sons. I'm not going to put the sun and moon, the sun in charge. So now, the sun that had the lesser light start to go to other people and start planting some things in their head and say, listen, man, I'm going to take over. Come on my side. I'm telling you, man, I'm going to be the man. I'm going to be next. I'm going to be the next God. I'm going to be the man. So the Father came back and discerned something was wrong. Something was out of whack. Something was off. Something was right. Something shifted, because it's not the same vibes or energy. When I left, it was a good positive energy, but when I came back, the light got dim, and it wasn't the original light. Something was wrong, something corrupt, something was pretending to be a light, a deceiving and a beguiling light. That is where it started, that same wicked thinking, and came down here on earth. And according to the Most High word, it said, whoa. In the book of Revelation, guys, go look it up, guys. I'm not telling nobody no lie. Go look it up. I'm not putting everything in order, but when I speak, it's 100% facts, guys, according to what was written in the book. When the good shepherd came back, he found out something was off in the kingdom. It wasn't how he left it. There was a deception or beguiling spirit in the atmosphere. Why you think the word of the Creator said we wrestle against principalities? It's in the air. So when the Creator came back and said, listen, something is off here. What have you done? Oh, you have your own agenda. So this is what I'm saying, guys. The word beguile is a very powerful word, because this entity, it will come to you like a light. It will present itself to you with everything like God, everything. But it's not the true and living light. It's a deception, it's an imitation. Just like I told you guys, the natural light is the sun, and the imitation light is a lamp. It's not real. It's not of order or original. So just like I tell you guys, I'm in the dining area. Look how light I am. If I walk over there, I'm in dark. So this is where this entity start to get his power from people. We give this entity his power to fall for his lies and go and worship it in darkness, because he can never ever go back to light, because he completely transformed himself into darkness. The abuse, that's what he represent. So when he come to you, he cannot come to you like how he is. He have to pretend. He have to pretend and dress himself up like the angel of light and transform himself into a chameleon, because everything this thing see and look, he imitate it. And in back of this entity mind, his downfall you is to make sure that he take away you from the light permanently. So that's the difference between dark and light, guys. Don't let nobody fool you. There is a pretending of light in the world that the church is pushing, that the politics is pushing, that these music entertainers are pushing this negative light and portraying it to be this pushing this negative energy and portraying it to be light. It's double talking. So when you see these people start coming out now and start to acknowledge and the sad thing about it is this. This is the sad thing about it. And this is where it gets sad. This is where it gets sad and sad, people. Hear this now. The sad thing about it is this. The church people, they are the one pushing the darkness agenda because they are so beguiled that they believe within them that they're pushing light, and it's not light. How would Usher and the Gorilla hook up with Kirk Franklin if he were representing the true light? There is no way darkness can function in true light. No way. No way, guys. No way. So this is how the church is one of the biggest entity that pushing wickedness, people. They beguiling the whole world. I'm telling you guys. Because guess what happened? I am not bitter. But this what happened. The Most High said he's coming to take the church out of the church. What that's telling you? So that's telling you not every person in the church is walking in that true light. Some people are given this imitation of light, and how I'm going to back it up, guys. Hear this now. What do you say about the 12 wise and the 12 fools? Was it something like that? I don't remember, guys, because I do remember, but you know, God will bring it back. Listen, I'm going to look up that the virgins, right? Okay. All right. Do you know that particular story? Because what it is, it's the Bible tells stories, guys. People say, "Oh, the Bible." Listen, it's a story book. Don't come. It's a story book. Yeah, the parable of the 10. I said 12, the 10 virgin, right? Okay, I'm going to give some people, maybe this could open up some people eye this morning. Okay, the 12 virgin, right? The 10. I don't know why I'm saying 12. Because 12 represent government in God's number. Government. So you had 10 people in a room. I'm not saying it go like that. Just example. You have 10 people. Well, go on, me done. Good. Big up. Me there, man, me there. DJ, Bag is in the house. Big up, brother. So hear this now. So when you come down to the 12, I don't know, I keep saying 12. When you come down to the 10 virgin, hear this now. Do you know at one point they all were in the light? They all were in the light. And over the years and years, I guess some of them decide to we could water down the lamp. It's still light. The light is still there. The light is there. So when it come down now, when the push come to shove, when the true person came now, for them to go see, they didn't have no more light. I'm not saying oil, the light. What it was, they gave an imitation of the light. Because what happened now? You have the 5 there that will still have their light and the oil ready to go, trimming it, ready to go, waiting, ready, preparing. acknowledge it and wait and make a choice and make a decision. We waiting for the true and living light. We waiting. But these one decide to say, oh, maybe we could take a little shortcut and make it a little easier. We have the light. They didn't have the real light because what they thought, they compromised themselves so much, they thought they had the real light. And meanwhile, they have an imitation and it wasn't original. And when the true person come now, they didn't have light to see. That means they was in the dark all the time, people. So that is what light and darkness represent. We could get more detail, guys. I've been on for over an hour, but listen, guys. There's more, guys. There's more. There is 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 more, guys. There is a lot more. So hear this now. Let's talk about acknowledgement. Because the year 2025, you know, as Queen Ayafrika said, it's the year of reckoning. I see her point, but it's a year of acknowledgement. Because what it is, the truth, it's the year 25. It's a year where people are going to have to decide which side they want to be on. Either you want to be light or dark. And what it is, we have to be very careful because a lot of people are going to have that imitation light. How are you going to tell if they have an imitation light? You're going to have to test it, try it to see if it's the right spirit of the true creator or not, people. And that is the problem. So this is what now, the act of acknowledgement is something or someone. You could acknowledge of a mistake. You know what I mean? You could recognize or favorable notice or act or achievement. A thing done or given in recognition of something received. A decoration. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, one second, I missed this part here. He said, one act or if a fact to give, then you have a law of acknowledgement too, the law. But what I'm telling you guys is this morning. Here's another thing about light. I don't think I told you guys this one. The natural agent, that's what they're saying. Light is natural. The light of the sun is something that natural, positive, that you cannot imitate it. I gave you guys a meaning of the when you said that the sun is original light, but the lamp that we have now, we have a lamp in the ceiling. It's not a real light. It's an imitation of the real light. So, like I tell you guys, and I keep saying this because I want people to understand. Oh, I'm in the dining room and the living room is over there. There's light over here. Over here is lighter than over there. But guess what happened? The darkness still operates in the light, but it's not the full light that the darkness is giving you. It's not the real light. You have to come over on this side to get the real light. So darkness cannot exist in real light. It could still exist in light, like not direct light. And that is where people deceive people with the beguiling spirit, giving you pretending to be something they're not. So when you come down to the church now, the Kirk Franklin, the T.D. Jakes, the Lamar Whitehead, doing 9 years in jail, robbing up people money. All of these pastors, what they represent, no, they're not representing the truth because they are not walking in the truth. So when the real truth comes now, people, and the year 2025, I believe is the year of acknowledgement where people are going to start acknowledging the truth. And people are going to have to make a decision. Either they walk in light or walk in darkness because, you know, there's a lot of things going, especially, you know, the election come up. You know, we had the election this year. People say, oh, Trump didn't win. Oh, Kamala, a lot of people, 14 million people didn't come out and vote. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's in it, Kamala or Trump. This is what's going to happen. Donald Trump is the one that will bring forth the new world order when it comes down to technology, because he's very good friend with Elon Musk, with Zuckerberg. They're the one that going to bring the as they say, the one world system government, which is already here. Trump is pushing that. On the other hand, Kamala Harris They both parties had their job to do. But Kamala Harris' job was to make sure this year, which they took a setback, which was to sign the human bill's rights. I don't know how another human could give you more rights than me, but that is what Kamala Harris was going to push. The Democrat stand for, they're giving you a false light. They're giving you false things that they know is not true. They want to give you the light, but they cannot give you the light. All they're going to give you is an imitation of the light. They're going to give you the what do you call it, man-made human laws. How can another human give you law more than another person? Because we're both born with human rights from the Creator, human rights. So now, if a human going to give people special rights, what that's going to tell you? That means that person going to have more rights than me, than you. These people have to form their own generation and people. So eventually, Democrat and the Republican are both American parties that they both support those agendas. The government support those two campaign, and people vote for them. You think because you vote for Republican, Democrat, it's the same government, guys. Same government. You're not making it. It's just the time for the Democrat to not be in the seat, and the Republican will be in it, because Trump have to set up certain things for the world war government, and only Trump could do it. Every person have their assignment, either your assignment of the light or assignment of the dark. But the dangerous people that you see now is those people have knowledge of both and decide to make a decision. And some people make decision, and the decision that they make is a big, like I said, it's a big guiding spirit. They're not telling you the whole truth. And that is where a lot of these pastors and all of these, the Kirk Franklin, the T.D. Jakes, Lamar Whitehead, a couple more people been in the news, robbing up people money and all type of things. Lamar Whitehead, he was a pastor in the Bronx that with all the bling bling, with all the Louis Vuitton suits, the cars, all those things, and they're robbing up people. Was taking their 401k, their saving account. One lady gave this man like $90,000. $90,000, guys. And one of the biggest misconceptions that these people use God's name. They use God's name to do their cahoots. God do not need money. So we had a lady, like, before I was telling you, before I forgot, this lady came to the church. I'm talking about she need 21 people to donate $1,000. She's saying, oh, I have a prayer kerchief that I've been praying in my private closet for a year. That's what she's telling the people. And the way she presented people, she was very cunning and slick with her mouth, with her words. And these people bought it. Talking about this is the year of breakthrough. All the nonsense, all those trickery that these pastors do to you to give money. That's all it is. Let me tell you something. The church do not need money. Because if you're doing the true work of the Creator, God knows what you need and what needs to be taken care of. He will look out for you. But these people, you could tell that it's not real, because the first thing they said to, oh, God not going to, oh, you're being disobedient. God is telling you got to give $100. You're being disobedient. That's a lie. And tithing is not biblical in the New Testament. Tithing is, see, that's another thing that the ministers use their, as they say, their wisdom to beguile people. There is no way an offering is what you feel that you could give to the church. The tithing, it was in the Old Testament. And when I did the research and study on it, what happened now, tithing wasn't supposed to be about money. It was supposed to be like your grain, your cattle, things you could trade. That's what it was. So what it was, this is how they started. These people think they're slick. They started with Abraham. The story was Abraham and Lot back in those days. Abraham his brother-in-law, whatever how it was, I forgot. Oh yeah, I remember now. Thank you, God. What happened now? Abraham and Lot, they had an issue with some another herdsman, and they there was this king. I think it was Chalmonger, I'm not sure, but he kidnapped Lot. So Abraham now with his herdmen had to go over there with like 300 men and fight and fought and won and get back Lot. So Abraham was so grateful to the Creator that he said, oh, I'm going to give him a tent. It was nothing about money. Abraham decided to give the Creator because God helped him out. Abraham said, you know what? Let me give the Creator a tenth of my what the Creator have blessed him with. Before of all of that, Abraham was very rich. The herdman, they was making Abraham was making money, guys. Very wealthy family. So what happened now? Abraham said, you know what? Melchizedek, he said, you know what? I'm going to give a tenth of my household earning, my cattle, my wheat. It was never about money. When you look at the Old Testament, everything was about cattle and wheat and all those other things. It was never about money. What God don't need money. What God gonna do with money? People need money. Oh, now you're coming around. People need money. And they took that concept and brought it over and hold it over people's head. How can a man rob God? They rob God not giving the best of what God gives them to produce. That's what it was. Because when you go back to Cain and Abel, Abel gave the Creator the best of his first fruit, what the Creator gave him. Who gave you the materials and the fruit to grow those things? The Creator, he gave those things to you. So the only thing that you could do to give it back to the Creator is, you know what? I'm going to take the best of what and give it to the Lord. But Cain now, Cain had the mindset of this. Why in the world, what in the hell I'm going to give this man? I work hard for it. I'm going to keep the best for myself. And that is how it was not about money. I don't know how money got into church, because even though you need money to pay the light bill, the gas bill, the heat, and all those things, but you do not go and use God's name and talk about money, because God and money cannot be in a sentence. Because in Matthew it said God, it said that God know all the things that you need. He said you got to seek the kingdom and righteousness first, and God know all the things that you need, and He will take care of you. So when you do the opposite and bribing people for money, that means you're telling you God is not able and He's not sufficient enough to give you what you need. So therefore you have to go trick people out of donating money and church offering, collecting money. Oh, we need 10 people for $100. You don't dictate to people to tell what they give. You give from your heart. You give what you could give. That's what it. And now these churches is becoming a business. You have ATM in the machine, ATM in the churches. You having people say, oh, they don't take no check. All they take is cash. I mean, these things, people don't want to speak about these things, but, these are the things that we need to talk about in our community, man. And the sad thing about it, it's our young people, that will get affected, and the older people, because the older people are so caught up, and they don't have knowledge, and the young people, they do not know God today, because their God is the internet, their phone, and all this other thing. So that is what is hurting the people of today. It's what it is. It's not. Listen, let me tell you something. And the other things that the enemy use, like the racism and all of that, that's what the enemy use, because he knows the only way he can control people is to divide them divide people and think and tell people their religion is the right religion. Listen, like I said, I don't have a religion. I do not have. I don't want to use that word. What religion you belong to? Muslim, Christian, Buddha, Hindu people. I always say to myself, if all of these religion was right, why the world is in this situation now? So everyone can't be right. Everyone cannot be serving the true God, people. Everyone cannot be right. I'm sorry if everybody's hurt. So I'm making a joke. I am. That's my belief. Every religion is not right, guys. Every religion. I don't. Some religion pray to. You could pray to a cup. That can't do nothing for you. Any religion that you gotta actually move that statue and put it there, that's a god to you. If that's your God, more power to you. All I'm saying, there's a lot of gods, and not every religion worships the same God. I mean, guys, thanks everyone for joining, man. We have 137 views and 6 likes, and we're on for 1 hour and 30 minutes, guys. I don't know. I'm not gonna be on for 2 hours, guys. Listen. We at the end of the show, guys. Not the end of the show, but I always tell people, listen, guys. That our short-term goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, for the year, and we all listen. We guys, this platform is coming from a very, very, trying, all type of tribulation and all type of things that happen to this channel. Like I told you guys before, I had original channel, YARDCHAT Promotion. That channel, got deleted from the YouTube because I violated some, copyright issue. So what I did, I had to take the time out to study YouTube, and so these copyright issue don't happen again. And so far, no copyright issue. And I took over this channel back in March, guys. Just to give you guys a little history, I took over this channel in March and I only had 16 subscribers because this was a backup channel, guys. And I said, wait a minute here. I said, what I'm gonna do, you know what I mean? And I asked the creator, and I said, God, I need something different for this platform. What you want me to do? And the answer was already there, guys. The first channel, I wasn't doing what they're calling for me to do for that platform. I was doing A, which I was supposed to be doing B, and the creator said, okay, keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna see what happened. And boom, channel got deleted. So I took over this channel back in March, had 16 subscribers, and people, I put in the work, put in some good content, reality content about Jamaica, about everything. Because this channel is basically content to be original, organic, it's just real. Life experience, speak about it, inviting people on. We have a show set up for Thursday with Tasha. Our first show was done last Thursday night. We had a couple people that reach out, good comment. Thank you for, who were liking the video. So that was the first one of the word Big God. We're going to have a second one next week by the grace of God. And we're going to continue, guys. And we're not worrying about subscribers. If it happen, it happen. We're not worrying about watch time because we're very close to that. YouTube studio is a week behind. They're never up to date. So, I believe I have the 3,000 watch hour and going on the 4,000. I believe we are close to the 4,000 watch hour because there is a lot of videos in the YouTube studio have been updated in the YouTube studio system. So, continue to support us, guys. Make sure you share, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. I always tell people before you subscribe, go check out the platform, go check out the video. Commentary about MMA, reality, life, everything that you see in hip hop, everything that you see what's going on in the news, we speak about, guys. We speak about. So, big up to everyone that joined this morning. DJ Vaga, listen, you go support that guy on Instagram, TikTok. I think he's doing a show today on TikTok. He usually go like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, play reggae music, nice reggae music. Big up to everyone in the chat, guys. Listen, I don't know how many. Listen, guys, make sure you subscribe, guys. We need to reach 1,000 subscribers because we need to have this super chat activated. And once we reach that goal, and we're gonna link the store, the TikTok store, to the We have a TikTok. We do, and also follow me on TikTok, Instagram. We're doing good over there on TikTok. You know, I didn't know I could go live a couple of weeks ago, and TikTok completely changed up the platform. I think you need 500. I got close to 700, so I got able to go live, but I haven't went live on TikTok. But I did reach out to a reggae artist. She's on TikTok. She's also on Instagram. She just made a YouTube page, but I'm not going to call her name until she come on TikTok. We do the live interview, and then we could start hashtagging, tell people she's good. She's popular, man. I put it this way, Arizona. My daughter knew her, so she, you know what I mean. So my daughter, they know each other. So, and also I might be going, I don't know, later on, I don't know, but I know on Sundays we going to do the podcast from SI Fish. Man, listen, I try to reach out to some people to come down and do some podcasts down there. You know, there's one guy, he's good. There's another guy that know the guy that I know. We exchange numbers. I said, listen, but listen. I am not forcing. Listen, some people, you know, talk a lot of things, blah blah blah. But when push come to shove, they don't show up. Listen, like I said, podcast not easy, guys. But you know what I mean. We going with thing. I'm not waiting for no one. Listen, if you want to be part of this, you hit me up. Like I said, we're looking for a team, guys. I am looking for a team. It's not about making money and all that. Yeah, money will come, but listen, I'm looking for people who are consistent or willing, like the Yard Chat platform, share the same vision that we share. So Yard Chat, I want to be part of you. I want to work behind the YouTube studio. I want to do shorts. I'm in the YouTube studio right now, guys. I'm streaming from my phone, and I'm in the YouTube studio. I'm seeing how many things I could stream from my laptop. But I have a streaming platform, StreamYard, that we stream from. So we could have up to about 6 people or 7 people on the chat. These are the things that we want to get into. But if people will make promises and say this and that and don't come on, I am not. There's another interview that I'm supposed to do with this girl. It's called The Cozy Shop. It's in the hood. It's on Jersey Street, guys. But they make cup. It's nice, good vibe, plans. You know, it's good. So we're supposed to do an interview, but I told her I would reach out to her when I'm ready. But you know what I mean? It's not easy, guys. There's a lot. I have a list of topics that I need to discuss, and this was one of them. Light and darkness. I hope you guys like what I brought forth this today and have a little understanding. I don't have a religion. I don't. These pastors today, I don't trust them. My antenna go up. My antenna go up. These people. I don't know, guys. Now church become a family business. I mean, things that I experienced over the years, guys. Family business. It's a family business. They don't want nobody in that business. They don't want no outsiders. They don't want people who, you know, want to be part of the ministry. If you don't have college degrees and this and that and this and that, people, let me tell you something. That is a shame. That is what the enemy is lying to these people, telling these people that, you listen, when God call you, he call you. You don't need nothing if God call you. Trust me, let me tell you. Because what you're about to say, nobody else cannot do your job. And that is a problem when it comes down to church. It's like this big, it's like a big competition. People, oh, you preach better than me, this and that. Listen, it's not about that. It's about spreading the truth. And some people don't like when other people do it better than them. Plain and simple as that. And hear this now. What I found out when it comes down to some churches, this is what I discovered, this is what I believe. I'm not trying to say, you know, I know everything or trying to pick on churches, but what I've seen over the years, especially in the black community, the churches, if they see a person there that have talent, and the thing that these people fail to understand, your church is in a predicament because you need the talent of the people for God to send them there. That's why your church is in limbo or stagnated, because what you're offering to the people you cannot reach those people. So people gonna come to the church, but they are not going to stay because they're looking for something that you cannot give them. But the problem is, if you give other people the opportunity for the Creator to use them to multiply, they don't see it like that. They want to sit up in the front. They want the attention. And meanwhile, look at the community that they live in. There is no impact what they're doing to the community, because what the talent is not there to reach the people. So you could pray, you could fast, you could do everything that you want to do, but God is saying that you are operating out of disobedience because the talent is there, but you are so caught up on yourself that it's not about you, it's about God. And for God to use people to reach other people, to get delivered, to get healed, and all of that, the church is the biggest weapon in the Black community to go to the next level, because they do not want the people to know that they have the power. People have the power, not the pastor, it's the people. So you're going to come and preach to the same people after Sunday, after Sunday, after Sunday, and the church is not moving to the next level, and you're praying to God. You know the answer. They know, these churches know the answer. They know the answer. What they're doing, they do not want to give nobody else opportunity. So therefore, they stay stagnant, spiritually dead in the church for 20 years, 40 years, 50 years. How can you say that you are doing God's work and you have a church for 40 years, 20 years, 50 years, or how many years, and there is no fruit? That's something wrong. It's either you're doing it for sole purpose gain, or you're doing it out of order. And I believe a lot of people is doing it out of order and for sole purpose gain, and the church become like a big club. Look at the music. Look at Kirk Franklin music. Twerking on stage. So what do light and darkness have in common? Nothing. Light don't need nothing to survive, but darkness need light. Because the darkness have to give off this imitation light to mimic the light. But light don't need no mimicking. Light is itself. Light give off purity, righteousness, and good energy and truth. But when you operate in darkness, you need light, but it's not the true light. You transfer, or you pretend to be a light, but it's not the real light. And you have to test that light, people. Test the light. Test what these people stand for. Test who they support. That's what you're testing. That's why Kamala Harris, she got defeated because of what her agenda, what she was pushing. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, guys. Guys, thanks for joining this morning, guys. I'm ready to bounce off. I've been 1 hour and 43 seconds. Guys, I hope you're subscribed to the channel. Help us out so the channel grow, guys. And I'm about to bounce, guys. I'll talk to you later. Enough love, guys. All right.